All right, so welcome everyone to our mobility and flexibility class. So we'll go ahead and get started. I do want to spend a little bit more time on the floor doing some floor stretches. So we'll skip the facial stretches right now and just go straight to the neck and shoulders and then just kind of work our way down. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and just start looking left to right here. Hopefully everyone's been well. Feel like I'm finally getting over this cold. It's not completely gone, but I feel like I'm getting through it. Lasted a little bit too long, and then now about half of my team is sick too, so I think it's just going around up and down. Both our vehicles right now are um not doing too hot, so I have to go to the mechanic right after this. Was trying to get an oil change yesterday, and they told me they couldn't do it because there was some gunk in my oil tank. This next circles. I'm not a big mechanic. I just do what YouTube tells me, but I gotta go to the mechanic today. Josefina, my mechanic happens to live about maybe 2 blocks from your area, I think. So I might be in your neighborhood in a little bit. And just next circles, switch. Very good. So let's look to our left and apply a little bit of pressure. So turn left and just push gently on your chin towards the left side. Okay, let's look right and do the same. Good. Now we're gonna go ahead and then pull our head down. So grab behind your head and drop that elbow forward. Gentle stretch on the back of the neck. Switch. The left side. Drop. Very good. Let's sit on our left hand. Right hand comes over. Allow that elbow to drop. Hey, Cherise. Yeah, so I had someone, think, I'm not sure, it was kind of odd. No one here, but someone added my class like in the last minute, which, to add courses, which was, I believe, Valentine's Day on the 14th. Or I think she actually added a few days before, but the last day to add or drop was a Valentine's Day. And so I got an email, saying, hey, I'm not sure how I got added into this class, but if you could drop me, that'd be great. But I got that email after Valentine's Day, and I don't think the student knew about the deadlines. So I wasn't able to drop that student. But what confused me was that the student wasn't sure how she got added into it. And I didn't add her because I just do additions before the term begins. So yeah, just a heads up, keep an eye out in case you see um an additional class added to your schedule or anything like that. Hopefully it was just a mistake. Maybe she just clicked the wrong box or something and accidentally added it herself. And I'm hoping it wasn't just a glitch in the system that started adding students. Um, but yeah, but that was just odd to see. So, anyways, let's go ahead here and do Snow Angels. I think I mentioned I have a friend that's moving to Rhode Island in April. He's a client and friend, and probably my longest lasting client. I think I've been working with him and his wife for about 3.5 years now. And they're moving to Rhode Island. And they purchased about a year and a half ago, purchased a cabin in Lake Arrowhead. We're good friends, so in my mind, I'm like, sweet, I have a cabin to go to now all the time up in the mountains. And let's do a single arm shoulder press. But now that they're moving, they're selling it. And we're doing our last boys trip this weekend up there. So I thought I was gonna have access to this cabin for the next 40 or 50 years, and it just happened to be like a year and a half thing. I think this will be like my fourth or fifth trip up there. But yeah, so a little bittersweet. Yeah, so and then these next five workouts that I'm doing with them will be our last five in person. So it's kind of sad. But I'm gonna continue coaching them through my app. So I'll still keep contact with them and coaching them, but it won't be the same, of course. So I don't know if I'll continue having clients in the South Bay anymore. My clients out there are getting a little bit busier, and I'm not gonna lie, the commute that way and back isn't the funnest. So I have my first client coming over today, this evening. I haven't had a client come here in about maybe since like November. So yeah, I think it's awesome or better when they come to me. So let's go elbows up here. Yeah, very good. All right, let's go ahead and do single arm windmill. So just single arm windmill. I think we have 2 more weeks of this class, and then we have a week off, and then we start the next session. Reverse. Switch. Very good. Let's go ahead and just work on our neck a little bit more. So shoulders back and then head forward and then back, forward, back. Go ahead and follow these. Torso upright, shoulder circle. So shoulders forward, down, back, up. We're gonna just shoulder circles right here. Excuse me. Go reverse. Very good. All right, we're gonna make a fist with our hands right in front of us, arms stretched out. And we're gonna go ahead, chin down and punch forward and relax. Chin down, punch forward, relax, continue. Give me 10 of those. All right, very good. Okay, our cat scratching pose now. So arms straight, reach to the top, scratch all the way to the bottom, pull back and repeat. 2, 3, going for 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, reach all the way to the top, scratch all the way to the bottom. 8, 9, one more. 10. All right. Very good. All right, let's bring our right arm across. Stretch that shoulder blade. Usually a fan of the cold weather, but I'm kind of getting over it now. I think it hasn't been extremely cold, but I'm just, yeah, I feel like I've been doing so much laundry with sweaters all the time, and um, it's only really warm from about noon to about 2 o'clock, and then that's it. And then it's cold again. We're gonna do some shoulder taps, so hands, palms facing the camera, and then just tap that opposite shoulder, a little bit of elbow grease right here, just getting those elbow joints nice and range of motion in there. So palms up and down. In the triceps. All right, door opener, so elbow at your side, and just go as far out as you can. So if you're just comfortable here, um, that's great. But if you want to go a little bit further, and we're working on part of the joint that we typically don't work with, so and that's what we want to do, just stretch, work the joints a little bit more than what they're used to. We'll switch. So Jillian's turning 3 in about 8 days. And my wife, she's a huge Disneyland fan. Like she got a part-time job there so she could have the perks of being there often. This was about 4 years ago. And so yeah, so for I'm gonna be gone this weekend. So I'm not the biggest Disneyland fan. So they're gonna go this weekend on Saturday. And I guess they have the SoCal pass. Like if you buy 3 days within like a 2 month span, you get a discount. So of course, she did her math and it's only about, not too much more, maybe about 150 total for her and my 2 kids to go 3 times. So that's what they're doing. And good. So now let's go ahead. This is gonna be a little bit different. So we're gonna just keep our arms here and then just go out and then in. Okay, so out. So yeah, so my wife was like, "Are you sure you don't want to go?" And I'm like, "Oh," I was like, "No, I'm okay." Like, I'm the type that if we get there at 9 a.m., I want to leave by like 1 p.m. So I don't want to be that person to ruin the day. So yeah, so they're going and It'll be fun. I'm sure they'll enjoy themselves. I was like, whenever you guys want to go to Knott's Berry Farm, I could do that. So, so that's gonna be his. I don't know if it's his gift or her gift because I think she's more excited for it. Okay, very good. Right, yeah. So this one is gonna be working on the inside, the mid back, and then as it's opening up, it's working all those muscles around. So we did this one here. Let's go ahead and work our torso. So just legs pointing forward, gentle turn, and hold position. Breathe a little bit more if you should be able to if you're breathing comfortably. Switch sides. So just grab a hold. You might be limited on that initial hold. Maybe, but then our muscles will relax. Reach a little more. Good. All right. Let's go ahead and then work on our hips still. So legs pointing forward, leg comes out. Don't allow that leg to drop. Just keep it up. A few more folks, Jody, Jen, Sherry, Ella, Lisa, Marine, Maria, Strawman. We got some new neighbors down the street, about maybe like, I don't know, like 10 houses down, but it's they have three boys and they're all probably between like 8 and 11. And it's kind of nice because it feels like there's mainly adults in our block and no kids. So now we're seeing kids riding their bikes on our street, and it actually feels a little bit more like a neighborhood. So should be fun for 4th of July. We're switched legs. Remember, don't allow that leg to drop. Just add a little bit of pressure. Very good. Let's bring that right ankle on that left knee. Work on that piriformis. Anyone done anything fun lately or traveled? I feel like this class has been very quiet for like the last month.
Well, my birthday was Valentine's Day, so I got lots of treats all weekend, lunch,
Awesome.
flowers. So that was fun. I had been sick for a couple weeks, so I'm just getting back on track.
Switch down. That's good. As you're getting better as your birthday.
Yeah, it's just this was a hard recovery, just tired wise.
Yeah,
A lot of people have it, so not too bad though. I recovered pretty quick.
that's good. Well, happy belated. Hope it was nice.
Yeah, I'm not counting anymore. I want to know the numbers, so
Bring
I
that
can
up.
ignore the birthday for Valentine's Day.
I was doing dishes the other day, and I really had a hard time figuring out how old I was. And I was like, I don't know if I'm 36 or 37. And yeah, I couldn't figure it out. And then I was like, yeah, I think I'm 36. So I hope so.
Oh, you old man.
Yeah. I, you know, the this is the longest it's taken me to switching, so that left heel and that right knee. After that Spartan race, that was close to a month ago now, and my body is still not 100%. And I don't know if I should just like it's making me think about like, okay, like, is it really worth it? Like me pushing my body through this like 2 hours of pain so I could suffer for the next month. And I'm sure, I got sick, so let's push down. But that week after the race, I I was hurting physically, just everything ache, all my joints and muscles. Then I'm sure that just made my body vulnerable to get sick, and I got sick. And then I ran on Monday, I ran 5 miles with a friend. That was the first time I ran in 2 weeks to bring that leg up. And it went not too hot. I thought it was gonna go well, and it felt like I haven't ran in 2 weeks. Um, and then yesterday I ran two miles in the morning, and the first 10 minutes were miserable. And I'm just like I don't know. Like I sure like the races, I think for like the first hour after you're done, you feel accomplished, but that's probably about the only sense of happiness you get from the race, and then the rest of it is just kind of miserable. So I'm like, I don't know if it's worth it. But yeah, this is the longest it's taken me to recover, so not a fan. Let's go ahead, recline back, bring that leg up, and just extend. Switch. All right, leg press. So knee comes here and then extend and bring it down and back. Switch. Okay. Working on, let's work on a little bit of balance. So let's do our squats. Okay, so our just non-supportive squats. So both of our feet are nice and flat, and we're just gonna stand up, no hands, and then sit back down. We'll do 10 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, Okay, very good. Now we're gonna do either single leg or extended. You pick. So extended would be a little bit easier. Elevated, it's gonna be more challenging. And you could bring it closer to yourself to make it a little bit easier. So let's do 8 of those. So if you want to start off with your right, so elevate that left. And yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There we go. We'll switch. So right leg elevated and left leg comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, very good. All right, just some heel raises. So just heels off the ground, stretching the calves. A little bit of arch work here, but we'll do about 20 of these. Is anyone traveling anytime soon? Going anywhere? Ayala,
I'm going to New York next month.
you're always traveling. Where? New York? Are you performing?
Yes,
Awesome. Cool.
it's
What,
gonna be cold.
yeah. Is it? Yeah, it's still cold, right, in March?
Yeah, 30s and 40s. I just looked it up.
Jeez. Let's go toes up, so toe raises. How many shows are you doing?
Oh, just one.
Okay,
Yeah,
awesome. That's cool. And then how long would that trip be?
it's 4 days in the
Okay.
city. We rehearse with other choirs
Yeah,
about half a day each day. And then I'm going to the Baltimore, Washington, DC area to see my family.
okay, cool. Are you after like a long day like that, is your throat just killing you or like your vocal cords? Am I singing?
No,
Shoes
it's,
off, ABCs on our ankles?
yeah, it's actually not that bad.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because there's another festival choir I sing with. We rehearse 6 hours a day, every day for a week.
Jeez,
And that's harder, but this is just like 3 or 4 hours.
okay.
And and it's really just putting the finishing touches. We rehearse, we started in November, I guess, at UCI, um, rehearsing once a week or every other week. So we know the music and it's just sort of putting it together and fine tuning it.
Yeah. Switch legs. Um, so is there like I guess like a coach, or like a lead that's like leading everyone?
Oh, our conductor, yes.
Does he yell at you guys like I yell at my kids?
No, she is very firm and has really high standards, and I am scared to make a mistake, but she doesn't yell. She's she just has these high expectations and she'll give you a look mostly.
Yeah, okay. That sounds like my dad. Okay.
But I like her though. She gets a lot out of us, and I'm always proud of the performances when I work with her.
That's cool. Awesome. Let's go ahead and do our scratches. So just scratch the floor, work on those arches. Yeah, that's cool. Um, Yesterday I caught myself yelling a little bit too much, because I'm on a 400-meter track in the stadium, so our workout, they were starting our on one corner of the track and they were finishing on another. So over the years, I've just gotten like pretty good at yelling, like this huge roar. And most of my assistant coaches have to walk to the center of the field and yell from there, but I could do it from across. Um, but there is this one of the athletes, and we're just scratching right now. So now let's do it, but without really using your toes. You're just bringing your toes back. So it's a little bit more odd, but you're still kind of bringing your arches elevated. And yeah, I told, I wanted the runners to run a certain velocity or speed, and one of them was going too fast. So I was telling him relax, and instead of relaxing, he was going faster. So then, top of my lungs, I'm like, relax. And everyone's like looking at me, and I'm just like, come on. But then I'm like, all right, breathe. Maybe he heard something else. But yeah, so I'm just wondering, like, if you go through that during practice, um, it's just, I don't know, the coach in me thinking that. Let's go ahead and grab our golf ball or our lacrosse ball and massage our arches. Grab some water if you need a little water break. So once you have that too, I need a little water break. So get that golf ball, lacrosse ball, and just kind of roll it out. Just roll back and forth. And that spot that's a little tender, and apply pressure on it. Right, let's move a little bit, relax it. And let's go to the right of that tender spot and push down. Relax. Switch. Is anyone else traveling? Maybe in the next month or so, spring break? Maybe. My wife asks me every year, I think she forgets what I do for work, but she'll ask me, what we're doing for spring break. And I'm like, I don't think I'll ever have a spring break because it's like during the heart of the season that's pushed down on the tender spot. And school's closed, but we still practice. Um, I think here for Santa Ana, we have spring break like the last week of March. And then Long Beach, it's like 2 weeks later. So I wish all the schools could get together and, decide their spring break because every school district has it. It's like in a 3 to 4 week window where they pick and choose. Um, Relax, just go back and forth. But yeah, but spring break has never, I think not since middle school. Middle school was the last time I felt like I had a really, like an actual spring break. Push down. You know, like we're here in Southern California, so for us, spring break, like we're not really traveling anywhere, I don't think. And my friends that are relocating to Rhode Island, they grew up in the New England area. So you know, they would ask me like, "Oh, where would you go for spring break?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" It's like, "Yeah, like we would take family trips to Florida. We would leave Ohio or Maine and go to Florida for a week during spring break." I was like, "Oh, we have nice weather here, so we don't have to go anywhere." Um, but yeah, but I guess we're fortunate enough that we don't have to. Let's go ahead and put our shoes on. You can stand up. All right, so let's grab our foam roller, our stick, work on our shoulder. Click on this chat. I think I see a couple things on here. Seattle and April. Okay, Jody, enjoy. First, okay, so Jody says it's first week of April, starting. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so I guess our spring break's April 6th to about the 13th. So I know we've had it in March before, but yeah, just be aware. I'll mention it as we approach it, but we won't have class on spring break. So sweet. So let's go grab this and just go left to right. I was looking at cruises from Seattle to Alaska. And of course, they're during the academic school year when I can't do any traveling. So I'm like, oh, the perks of working for a school. Like you have a lighter month, easier month, but then if you want to work with the cruises schedule, it doesn't link up all the time. That left shoulder. I was looking, this was when before our cruise back in December, but I was looking at other cruises, and there was this 18-day cruise to Japan from LA to Japan, and it was 18 days. It was actually pretty affordable. And then I was like, yep, I can't go. That's the week we're at camp in Mammoth, you know, and it's only a once a year type of cruise. Let's go 30 degrees. So, oh well. Dixie, ninety, right in front of you. Right towards the back. Right side. 30 degrees. Sixty. 90. Behind the back. Both hands behind the back, up and down. All right, and then lift. Right, very good. Let's go ahead and grab our yoga mat. We're gonna finish off on the floor right now. Yoga mat on the floor. We're just gonna be belly down on the floor. You could lengthen your feet, so the bottom, the top of part of your feet are getting a nice little stretch. So lengthen them. Hold that for about 30 seconds. On your elbows. Just rest on your elbows. Okay. Put your hands where your elbows are and then push up. Bring your glutes to your heels from where you are. So in one motion, come back and bring your glutes back. Drop your elbows as you reach back. Go ahead and on your fours, right here, so your wrists right below your shoulders, knees right below your hips. Look down and arch up. Inhale and then exhale out. Your belly button down and repeat. So inhale, exhale, Inhale. Exhale. Okay, then from here, shift your hands to the left. Don't move your knees, just your hands to the left. Okay, then you're gonna arch up and bring your glutes back. Reset. And let's go to the right. Arch up. Glutes back. Like that. All right. Okay, so we're gonna be here on our knees. Extend your leg out and lean forward. Lean forward. So come up. Turn your torso towards your legs and lean towards it. Switch. One leg out to your left and lean forward. And your torso towards your leg and lean towards it. Okay. All right. Our next one, we're gonna be in this kind of lunge position here. We've done this one before, so we're gonna look up. So right knee is out here, left leg is back. So my left arm is up, and I'm just gonna follow my hand with my eyes, bring it down, kind of high five myself underneath right here, and then transition and look up again. And then just follow it and switch here and transition. Okay. So just look at your hand underneath, switch into the other hand. We're doing about 8 of these. Let's do 2 more. So we're just gonna do the other leg. So now our left leg is extended. Okay. So a little taxing, look at your breath. And once you're ready, give me 8 of each. So looking, just following. A little tighter on the right arm on this side and easier on the left. 2, 2, 3. Two more on each side. 7. Ah. Very good. All right, so for our last stretch, we're just gonna go with the deep squat. So let's actually go on our feet for a second. We'll do hula hoops and then deep squat, and then we're good for today. That was a bit taxing. So yeah, so just big hula hoops. Switch. All right, deep squat. Last one. About 30 more seconds. shift left to right. And right. Whew. Alright, folks. How's everyone feeling? Okay. All right. So we'll start back up with our more active class on Monday. And then, yeah, I believe, like I mentioned, our last class will be on the 5th. So we have 2 more weeks and then we have a week off and then we start the next 8-week term. But everyone should be re-enrolled. But any questions before we head out?
Bring the heat, bring the heat.
Yeah, we'll bring it on Monday. I hope this is out because yeah, I think still kind of feeling it a little bit, but yeah, it should be okay. I'm hoping. So hopefully Arrowhead takes care of that. So all right, folks, you guys enjoy the rest of
Thank you.
see you next
Thanks,
week.
Julio.
Thank you.
Get better.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, bye, folks.